Yeah, that's a very difficult question. AI is a very broad term. It has been used for everything from a star search to chess playing computers, and now it is rebranded as having to do with deep learning mostly. So yeah, I have personally always had the opinion that AI is not a good term because it sounds cool, it sounds fancy, but that is also the risk of the term because it creates inherently a promise that it may not always fulfill. And we have had the AI winter, as people know, like where the promises were not being able to be fulfilled. And that's too bad. So if people would have called it different, then maybe it wouldn't have generated such a hype. And I think ultimately these hypes are harmful. So I am not a big fan of the term AI. Yeah, it has been extremely successful with the advent of deep learning, where we really harnessed all the computing power we have to really train deep and large networks, and we have seen results that are just remarkable, where we can train networks to detect cars in images, for instance, at a level that is equal to humans, and that's just unbelievable. No classical vision system has ever been able to perform that well, and now we see this new technology that suddenly has this enormous promise and these enormous application domains, not only in imaging, but also or in vision, but also in sound processing and you name it. It's everywhere now. It's again a hype, but this one has a lot of potential, and it's producing results as we speak. And that is really a technology of the future. Like the research is very much in its baby stages at this point. The researchers that work on it don't really know what they're working with. They're still trying to figure out why does it work so well, and that makes it fascinating to see it working so well in practice. And of course, that's always the first stage of research. Hey, we have some new technique and it works fantastically. And now, of course, over time, people start wondering like, why does it work so well? What is the key? What actually happens here that makes it work so well? And at this point, we as researchers or as industry leading scientists do not understand that well. And that is super exciting. And that's of course where we need to make progress to have a fundamental understanding of what's going on. Why does this work so well? And if we have that, we can also only make it better from there on. Yeah, so I work really on motion planning, and motion planning for, in particular, self-driving vehicles has to do with planning its steering and its application of the brakes and the gas. And I do not directly use machine learning. Ultimately, I use different techniques, but we can use machine learning in the stages leading up to it. So it's not a full deep learning or machine learning system. It's a system based on classical algorithms that is aided by machine learning in various cases. And that is where the perfect sweet spot is, because of course deep learning has been so successful, but we shouldn't make the mistake to throw away because we can techniques that have proven to be very successful in the past. But we have to make sure that we can use them together and to bring the most out of both of them. And that's what I do. And what keeps me up at night is, I sleep pretty well actually generally, yeah.